Hey, we're going to run an experiment. We're going to make our own compostable bioplastic and we're going to compare it to regular plastic. So remember, one of the key problems with plastic is that very little of it is recycled and most of it ends up as trash that does not break down in the environment or even in the landfill. So when we make our biodegradable plastic, we're going to be using cornstarch, which is a renewable resource. And the way that it's made, it can biodegrade, and that'll be the last step of our experiment. So maybe you're familiar with some bioplastics. Now they're making forks and knives out of bioplastic and this kind of different type of plastic bag, all of which can break down. So follow along with the materials and procedures and I'll show you how to do each step.
All right, here are ingredients for making our compostable bioplastic. You'll need 1 tablespoon of water, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, 2 drops of food coloring, 2 drops of oil, I think it can be any type of oil, a microwave, and a zippy plastic bag. Now I'll point out that we're using a plastic bag, even though plastic we know is pretty harmful to the environment. So if you're really careful, then you can reuse this plastic bag many times to make many batches of compostable bioplastic. All right, so we've put in our cornstarch, our water, our 2 drops of oil, our 2 drops of food coloring into our bag, and we're mixing it up so it looks all the same throughout. We did 1 drop of red and 1 drop of yellow to make this beautiful orange color. So before we put it in the microwave, we're just gonna open just a little corner of that zip bag so that when it's being heated, the steam can escape so it doesn't puff up and explode in your microwave. All right, we got our mixture in the microwave. There's a little gap in the zippy bag on the corner to let the steam out. And I tried to make it so that all the liquid was kind of clumped together. So we're gonna close the microwave and we're gonna microwave for about 20 seconds. It says 20 to 25. Let's start with 20. So what's happening while your bioplastic is heating there is that the heat energy is causing the molecules in the cornstarch to change. And notice how it's starting to change color, making observations as scientists. There's also that water in there, right? So it's turning into steam, it's puffing up. Ooh, let's see what happens.
How do we get it out?
How do we get it out? Notice how it's changed color, it's still really hot. So we're gonna let it cool down a little bit, but it is nice and clear. It's gonna be kind of rubbery, but once it cools all the way down, it's gonna harden into a plastic. Ready to go into the microwave. We got a little opening in our zippy bag for the steam to come out. And when I lie this into the microwave, I really want all the liquidy stuff to be kind of clumped together because it's gonna be easier to work with and mold it into something. That's how it turns out the best. But when you lie it down, it has a tendency to spread out. You'll just have to experiment with this part. So I found if I fold up that plastic bag, then it does make the liquid stay in one spot. We'll see what happens. All right, just taking this out of the microwave, it's super hot. You can see all that steam in there, but you can see the bioplastic solution has changed color. It's like more clear. It's kind of funny, but it's really, really hot. So I'm gonna try to take this out of the plastic bag and put it on a plate, all without making it too crumbly, because the crumbles don't stick together all that well. You'll find that out. All right, here are 2 batches of bioplastic. The batch down here, we crumbled into little pieces and it didn't stick together very well. This set is where we folded the plastic bag in half and tried to make all the liquid stick together. I made 2 really cool rings that I could wear as a sustainable jewelry. Ooh. Next, we're gonna let these completely dry so they harden. You guys are gonna observe the properties. And then the last step is to watch and see how they biodegrade.
Once your plastic is hardened, which may take overnight, make some observations of the properties of plastic, record those, and then you get to break it down. So it's your choice about whether you want to biodegrade your plastic in soil or in water. Just remember to make observations and record time. How long did it take? Did it take a day or a week? Those are all things we want to record as scientists. And then our last concluding ideas, just make note of some big ideas. What can you conclude about bioplastic compared to regular plastic? Did anything surprise you? And maybe you've developed new ideas for other types of investigations. So record all of those awesome details, and I hope you had fun.